everybody, and welcome back to the D&D 5e reading of the Player's Handbook. Today we are going to be starting on page 70 with Fighter. And like the last two sets, I'm going to be breaking these up into two different videos so they don't run quite as long for people who do not have the attention span, much like myself. Fighter. A human in clanging plate armor holds her shield before her as she runs toward the masked goblins. An elf behind her, clad in studded leather armor, peppers the goblins with arrows loosed from his exquisite bow. The half-orc nearby shouts orders, helping the two combatants coordinate their assaults to the best of the advantage. A dwarf in chainmail imposes his shield between the ogre's club and his companion, knocking the deadly blow aside. His companion, a half-elf in scale armor, swings two spectars in a blinding whirl as she circles the ogre, looking for a blind spot in its defenses. A gladiator fights for sport in an arena, a master with his trident and net, skilled at toppling foes and moving them around for the crowd's delight and his own tactical advantage. His opponent's sword flares with blue light as an instant before she sends lightning flashing forth to smite him. All of those heroes are fighters. Perhaps the most diverse class of characters in the worlds of Dungeons & Dragons. Questing knights, conquering overlords, royal champions, elite foot soldiers, hardened mercenaries, and bandit kings. As fighters, they all share an unparalleled mastery with weapons and armor, and a thorough knowledge of the skills of combat, and they are well acquainted with death, meeting it out and staring it defiantly in the face. Well-rounded specialists. Fighters can learn the basics of all combat styles. Every fighter can swing an axe, fence with a rapier, wield a longsword or greatsword, use a bow, and even trap foes in a net with some degree of skill. Likewise, a fighter is adept with shields and every form of armor. Beyond that basic degree of familiarity, each fighter specializes in a certain style of combat. Some concentrate on archery, some on fighting with two weapons at once, and some on augmenting their martial skills with magic. This combination of broad general ability and extensive specialization makes fighters superior combatants on the battlefield and in dungeons alike. Trained for danger. Not every member of the city watch, the village militia, or the Queen's army is a fighter. Most of these troops are relatively untrained soldiers with only the most basic combat knowledge. Veteran soldiers, military officers, trained bodyguards, dedicated knights, and similar figures are fighters. Some fighters feel drawn to use their training as adventurers. The dungeon delving, monster slaying, and other dangerous work common among adventurers is second nature for a fighter, not all that different from the life he or she left behind. There are greater risks, perhaps, but also much greater rewards. Few fighters in the city watch have the opportunity to discover a magic flame-tongued sword, for example. We're going to move to the table at the top of page 71. The Fighter. Level 1st. Proficiency bonus 2. Features. Fighting style, second win. Level 2nd. Features. Action surge, 1 use. Level 3rd. Features. Martial archetype. Level 4th. Features. Ability score improvement. Level 5th. Proficiency bonus 3. Extra attack. Feature. Level 6th. Features. Ability score improvement. Level 7th. Features. Martial archetype feature. Level 8th. Feature. Ability score improvement. Level 9th. Proficiency bonus 4. Feature, indomitable, 1 use. Feature for, I messed that one up, didn't I? Level 10th. Feature, martial archetype feature. Level 11th. Feature, extra attack plus 2. Level 12th. Features, ability score improvement. Level 13th. Proficiency bonus 5. Feature, indomitable, 2 uses. Level 14th. Ability score improvement. Level 15th. Features, martial archetype feature. Level 16th. Features, ability score improvement. Level 17th. Proficiency bonus 6. Features, action surge 2 uses, indomitable 3 uses. Level 18th. Features, martial archetype feature. Level 19th. Features, ability score improvement. Level 20th. Features, extra attack 3. Creating a fighter. As you build your fighter, think about 2 related elements of your character's background. Where did you get your combat training, and what set you apart from mundane warriors around you? Were you particularly ruthless? Did you get extra help from a mentor, perhaps because of your exceptional dedication? What drove you to this training in the first place? A threat to your homeland, a thirst for revenge, or a need to prove yourself might all have been factors. You might have enjoyed formal training in a noble's army or local militia. Perhaps you trained in a war academy, learning strategies, tactics, and military history. Or you might be self-taught. Unpolished, but well-tested. Did you take up the sword as a way to escape the limits of life on a farm? Or are you following a proud family tradition? Where did you acquire your weapons and armor? They might have been military issue or family heirlooms. Perhaps you scrimped and saved for years to buy them. Your armaments are now among your most important possessions. The only things that stand between you and death's embrace. Quick build. You can make a fighter quickly by following these suggestions. First, make strength or dexterity your highest ability, depending on whether you want to focus on melee weapons or archery or finesse weapons. Your highest second score should be Constitution or Intelligence if you plan to adopt the Eldritch Knight martial archetype. Second, choose the soldier background. Class features. As a fighter, you gain the following class features. Hit points. Hit dice. 1d10 per fighter level. Hit points at first level, 10 plus your Constitution modifier. Hit points at higher levels, 1d10 or 6 plus your Constitution modifier per level after first. Proficiencies. Armor, all armor, shields. Weapons, simple weapons, martial weapons. Tools, none. Saving throws, strength and constitution. Skills. Choose 2 skills from acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival. Equipment. You start with the following equipment in addition to the equipment granted to you by your background. A, chainmail, or B, leather, longbow, and 20 arrows. A martial weapon and shield, or B, 2 martial weapons. A light crossbow with 20 bolts, or B, 2 hand axes. A dungeoneer's pack, or B, an explorer's pack. Fighting style. You adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Choose one of the following options. You can't take a fighting style option more than once, even if you later get to choose again. Archery. You gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls that you make with ranged weapons. Defense. While you are wearing armor, you gain 1 bonus to AC. Dueling. When you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. Great weapon fighting. When you roll a 1 or a 2 on damage die for an attack you make with a melee weapon you are wielding with 2 hands, you can re-roll that die and must use the new roll even if the new roll is a 1 or a 2. The weapon must have 2-handed or versatile property for you to gain this benefit. Protection. When a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield. 2-weapon fighting. When you engage in 2-weapon fighting, you can add your ability score modifier to the damage of the second attack. Also, if the microphone picked up the dog groaning when he stretched, sorry about that. Second wind. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Once you use this feature, you must finish a long or short rest before you can use it again. Action Surge. Starting at 2nd level, you can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action. Once you use this feature, you must finish a short or long rest before you can use it again. Starting at the 17th level, you can use it twice before a rest, but only once on the same turn. Martial Archetype. At 3rd level, you choose an archetype that you strive to emulate in your combat styles and techniques. Choose Champion, Battlemaster, or Eldritch Knight, all detailed at the end of the class description. The archetype you choose grants you features at 3rd, 7th, 10th, 15th, and 18th level. Ability score improvement. When you reach the 4th level, and again at 6th, 8th, 12th, 14th, 16th, and 19th, you can increase 1 ability score of your choice by 2, or you can increase 2 ability scores of your choice by 1. As normal, you cannot increase an ability score above 20 using this feature. Extra attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once when you take the attack action on your turn. The number of attacks increases to 3 when you reach the 11th level in this class, and 4 when you reach the 20th level in this class. Indomitable. Beginning at the 9th level, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail, but if you do so, you must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. You can use this feature twice between long rests, starting at the 13th level, and 3 times between long rests at the 17th level. And I will end there for this video so that it doesn't go too long, and we'll do the martial archetypes in 16B. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy, please like, comment, or subscribe, and as always, keep playing.